Hi guys, Yuliya here. So today I am at New Orleans or New Orleans, or however you say it, Botanical Garden. I'm so excited because it's 75 degrees outside, nice and muggy too. So anyway, I'm just gonna walk around in different areas and show you what's going on in this garden. This is my third time here, so I'm kind of familiar with it. It does have a lot of formal areas and some vegetable gardens, Japanese garden, and some flower displays. So let's get started. So the entrance garden has this magical fountain that has these cool jets, and a lot of visitors, especially children, find this water feature fascinating, and so did I. This also features living walls, and I think this is a coral, lemon coral sedum, and some petunias or calabricoas in the background. I thought it was really cool the way they displayed all of the annuals there and some perennials. This is an Enrique Alvarez sculpture garden, and I just love this water feature. It's amazing. The whole garden has very monotone colors because I guess the landscape architect did not want the landscape to take away from the sculptures. But the place is gorgeous. Look at the live oak in the middle. It's just beautiful. Now, I was lucky to visit the Botanical Garden during this time of the year because the azaleas and camellias were blooming, and this part of the garden is designated specifically for their azalea collection and some camellias as well. Now, I was not always a fan of azaleas, and I'm kind of growing to love them more, and in the spring you just can't beat it. And their camellias were so beautiful. I think they were at the end of their blooming cycle because I think they were blooming a little bit more like January, February, which is amazing. And just look at these flowers, they are beautiful. I love this point of view because the curve of the path here is creates this interest, like what's around the corner, you really want to walk there, and then the vista of the lawn is beautiful. This azalea and live oak with Spanish moss, oh my god, what a classic southern kind of Louisiana, a beautiful landscape. It's just, I'm always in awe when I see that Spanish moss. And azaleas were all kind of different colors. This one had like a little bit pink, and then these white azaleas, I love how they stood out because there was a darker shrub right in front of them. So the New Orleans Botanical Garden has two rose gardens. This one is the newer one, and then there's the older one. And both of them were flooded completely during Katrina. About 3 feet of water, and it's salt water, so it ruined all of the shrubs, all of the roses, so they actually had to be carefully restored, and there were a lot of volunteers and a lot of people who donated toward the restoration of the rose gardens. So this is the original older rose garden. I just love the way they trimmed the shrubs around the beds. Right around the rose garden there is a shade garden where you can just sit down on this swing and enjoy the beautiful landscape. Here I am trying to figure out where to go next. So just such a serene place to be. Now this water feature is located at the Japanese garden, and when you enter the Japanese garden, they had the little garden there that is 7 feet by 7 feet with just pagoda and the pine tree. But look at this, it's all you need to create a garden. This is an authentic Japanese garden with lots of rocks and gravel, and azaleas, I wasn't sure why they weren't blooming. Tons of bamboo, very thematically appropriate Japanese garden. Now here I am stepping on the stepping stones in the Japanese garden, and they are placed this way for a reason, because in Japanese gardens you sometimes have to be careful or uncomfortable, so you pay attention to your surroundings. Now these are trial gardens at the Botanical Garden, and they try a lot of annuals, perennials, and vegetables, and here they tried out a lot of alyssum, which I love. Now on to the vegetable gardens, and this was killing me because I saw tomatoes being planted in the beginning of March, and you know, their cabbage and a lot of vegetables already started to bolt. There had some lettuce, and what was interesting is that they were using pine straw as their mulch, and also all of these gardens were raised from the ground, I guess because of occasional flooding that this part of the garden gets. But it had kale already ready to eat, so it was kind of fun to see what a southern garden looks like at this time of the year. And there were some beets there as well, and more kale. Now these fun containers were near the butterfly garden, and it was so good to see some color, although I am not a fan of red or yellow. You know, maybe you are, and there are great inspiration for your summer containers if you are into red. So this was the butterfly garden, so they were exhibiting some flowers that butterflies love. This is Thunbergia, and then this is a salvia called Amistad, and my salvias are loved by butterflies and hummingbirds big time. They also had this coral honeysuckle, and coral honeysuckle is native to southern states as far as I know. And look at this, there was a bee collecting nectar, which was really, really fun to see. Alright guys, I hope you enjoy this tour of New Orleans Botanical Garden, and I'll see you next time. Bye.